Crystal, it's a big old flatty. Ow, he hooked me. The hook's in my hand.
Yeah, I've been heard you. I found this lake on the app. I found it on a...
Have a look at that. That's a doozy. Far out. Well, that's probably my day ruined.
January 15th, 2023, the YouTube channel Curtis May unveiled one of the most intense kayaking descents ever captured on film. For those familiar with the channel, it's never been about flashy edits or staged victories. Instead, it's dedicated to the brutal truth of whitewater kayaking, where every choice counts, and where teamwork can be the thin line between success and catastrophe. Curtis earned his name running rivers like the Golly Thompson and Mans Creek. Each came with serious risk, but nothing compared to what unfolded in Mexico. On December 18, 2022, Curtis and 5 friends ventured deep into Chiapas to face the legendary Agua Azul. At its heart lies the 5 Kings, a chain of 5 waterfalls notorious among kayakers. For some, they're the ultimate challenge. For others, a nightmare. That day, the Kings would push them further than they'd ever imagined. The morning looked like countless other expeditions, 6 confident paddlers sliding into crystal clear water spirits high. But by the time they reached the 3rd drop, everything changed.
Okay, I'm hurt, but I'm not dead.
Curtis set up for the descent. Just a few inches too far right, his kayak stalled and was instantly sucked behind the curtain, swallowed by the roar of water and trapped in a deafening void. Inside, the noise was overwhelming. His whistle meant nothing. His voice was drowned out. He couldn't see beyond the pounding water, and his friends had no idea where he was. For 75 agonizing minutes, Curtis fought to get free. He tried repeatedly to push toward thinner seams in the curtain, but each attempt sapped his strength. Behind him loomed a dangerous undercut wall. One mistake could mean the end. Meanwhile, his team scrambled. But 5 boats were already downstream below a 60-foot drop. Only Wesley and Isaac had a chance. They dragged their kayaks back upstream, forcing themselves to rerun a 35-foot waterfall just to reach position. Again and again, they tried to punch through the curtain. They threw ropes. They shoved kayaks forward. Sheer strength against relentless water, nothing worked. Time slipped away. Sunlight dimmed. The situation grew dire. Then Wesley noticed a narrow seam on river right. He drove his kayak through and vanished behind the wall. For the first time in over an hour, Curtis heard a human voice. Wesley's shout pierced the chaos like a lifeline. Exhausted and half delirious, Curtis felt hope surge. He pushed again, this time toward the sound. Moments later, he saw Wesley floating nearby. There was still a chance. With one last effort, he ferried across the crushing current. Wesley blew 3 sharp blasts on his whistle. From outside, Isaac hauled the rope, pulling both men along the undercut wall and back into daylight. Curtis had survived, but survival demanded everything from his friends: their strength, their judgment, and their willingness to risk their own lives. When the footage was released, it stunned viewers across the globe. Many called it one of the most heroic rescues ever seen on YouTube. Some admitted their hands shook watching Curtis disappear behind the falls. Others said the moment he whispered "thank you, I love you," brought them to tears. The rescue was celebrated not just as bravery, but as a lesson in composure under impossible pressure. Viewers noted that teamwork, patience, and refusing to panic were what saved him. Wesley and Isaac were hailed as heroes, men who pushed forward when most would have given up. Others confessed they had never realized how deadly being trapped behind a waterfall could be. The video opened eyes, showing that even expert kayakers can face moments where skill and preparation are the only things standing between life and death. To many, it felt more gripping than any movie, because it was real. No script, no second take, just raw survival captured on camera and witnessed by thousands. In the end, Curtis walked away because his friends refused to abandon him. It was a story of brotherhood in its purest form, risking everything for someone you refuse to lose. Beyond the adrenaline, the Agua Azul descent delivered a sobering truth. Even the strongest athletes are just inches from disaster when the river turns. Skill matters. Preparation matters. But above all, trust in your team can mean the difference between tragedy and survival. Curtis May's channel has always promised the raw truth of kayaking. This time, that truth cut closer than anyone expected. What began as an ambitious run through the 5 Kings ended as a rescue for the ages, a story already etched into paddling legend. And as the final whistle echoed, one chilling question remained. How many others have vanished behind curtains like this, their stories never told? On April 17, 2022, the YouTube channel Sailing Nahoa shared another remarkable chapter of their ongoing voyage. Ben and Ashley, along with their 2 young children, had already covered thousands of miles, leaving behind office jobs for a life of global exploration. Their channel isn't about scripted drama, it's about the raw, unfiltered experience of ocean crossings, mechanical breakdowns, long stretches of calm, fierce storms, and the chance encounters that can change everything. On this passage, their route took them south of Sri Lanka, aiming to cross toward the Maldives. It was a course that led them hundreds of miles from land isolated, exposed, and filled with both risks and possibilities. The journey began peacefully. The ocean was unusually calm, so still it resembled a lake, but the quiet revealed a disturbing sight.
So, what'd you catch?
Garbage.
More garbage?
Wow. Maybe this is the Great Indian Garbage Patch. I mean, there's some small fish in there, but I don't see any big ones. There's so much garbage around here. I mean, some of it's organic, but a lot of it's microplastics.
I don't think that's very micro. It's like mega plastic. I literally thought I was gonna hit a car bumper. So all morning I've been dodging this garbage line. And sometimes there's big stuff in it. So we decided we better probably go either to the north or the south of it because we're heading west. So we're looking for a favorable boost west. So either south of the line or the north of the line. I'm not sure which it'll be. We'll go figure it out. Well, there's more down there. It's crazy the amount of garbage right here.
In Asia, they have a lot of food in little bags, and then they just tie it at the top with elastic's really tight, like there's like soup in there or something. But that's what this is. I guess it just gets thrown in the ocean. Or ends up in the ocean somehow. I don't know, maybe they just dump the garbage in the ocean. Like they put it in bins and dump it in the ocean. I have no idea. There's footage of that from India. I don't want to blame one particular country, but it's been pretty bad ever since we got down to Indonesia. Philippines was really bad. Thailand was really bad. It's pretty bad. A lot of plastic.
Indonesia. Yep, you can find out where your garbage is from because they write where it's from on it. It's not really hard. It's not a big mystery. Not because he wants to.
We've been driving through garbage for days, daytime and nighttime, and we finally caught a plastic bag last night at dusk. I opted not to jump in dark, so now it's the next morning and we're gonna go for a little swim. Clear the bag, fix our speedometer. The little paddle wheel on the speedometer I think is clogged as well. Anyways, we'll have a quick look, get right back to it.
Kind of freaky though, because they float like about a meter below the surface, so between 2 and 3 feet below the surface. Kind of weird. I've seen flip-flops. So there's still quite a lot of current here, but we're sideways to it, and so I stopped us before he jumped in, so we should be able to, you know, not get going too fast. But we will probably be doing about a knot, but he's got his good fins on, so hopefully he can keep up to 1 knot.
Okay, let me know when you're ready. Just let me know when we're like at 0.
Trash stretched as far as they could see. Plastic bags, bottles, and even large chunks of debris drifted endlessly. Ben even joked about nearly colliding with a car bumper. Long trails of waste floated with the currents, forcing them to change course repeatedly. At one point, a plastic bag wrapped itself around their speed sensor. Ben had to stop the boat and dive in to remove it. The bag hovered eerily just beneath the surface at a depth that made it nearly invisible until the last second. Wearing fins, he worked quickly to free the blockage before climbing back aboard. Once cleared, the speedometer spun again and the boat continued westward. But the debris didn't stop. For days they weaved around floating trash, sometimes recognizing labels from Indonesia, the Philippines, and other parts of Asia. The experience was a stark reminder of how far waste can travel carried by unseen currents across vast oceans. Life aboard settled into a slow rhythm dictated by heat and routine. With no wind, they relied entirely on the engine. Ashley calculated fuel consumption carefully. They had already burned through hundreds of liters and would need to ration the rest to make it to the Maldives. The sun was relentless. Days were scorching and nights brought only mild relief. Then came dusk. A small blip appeared on the radar, another vessel. It was a Sri Lankan fishing boat.
Looks like a long liner because he has huge sticks on the front for the marking the ends of the long lines. I always hate it when they come and check us out at dusk. Gives me the EBGBs. I don't know why. I have trust issues, I guess. I just feel very vulnerable out here with my family in the middle of nowhere with no gun on board. We would never have a gun on board, by the way. It's so illegal in some countries, you can like get the death penalty. Oh, we got inked by squid last night. Absolutely everywhere. We're working through our way through the jerry cans. We've put in 3 40 liters on this side and 130 on the other side. Ashley's been doing her fuel calculations and I think we're good for another 7 days. So that should get us there, no problem. And there's absolutely no wind. I mean, this is what we're looking at. We have wind from our boat moving forward. During the day, it's just excessively hot, excessively. So we try to survive.
It's been seriously scorching hot during the day. It's been epic. We've had amazing sunsets. Here comes another one. But the days, wow, they are hot. Wowzers. It's just kind of like the days fly by and nothing much happens.
Out here in the middle of nowhere, even a single approaching vessel raises tension. With 2 young children aboard, Ben and Ashley were acutely aware of their vulnerability. Out here, there's no quick rescue, no patrol boat, no emergency call that would arrive in time. As the boat drew closer, their anxiety grew. But instead of hostility, the fishermen signaled for a trade. They offered papayas, pineapples, and freshly caught mahi-mahi. In exchange, the Nahoa crew handed over beers and sodas. The trade was clumsy, but sincere. Despite the language barrier, simple gestures bridged the gap. Supplies were tied to ropes and pulled across the water. Smiles soon replaced the initial tension. By the time the meeting ended, Nahoa's galley was stocked with fresh fruit and fish, enough provisions to last for days. The fishermen waved as they drifted back into the vast emptiness of the sea.
Oh, fish. You want cigarettes, Ashley?
We don't smoke. Don't have cigarettes. Never thought of doing that.
Cookies?
I've got cookies and yeah, that's like it. I don't even have good I don't have usually, like, I don't even have junk food really.
Cookies? Cookies! Yeah?
Wasabi peas?
How many? How many people?
6.
1, 2, 3, 4? 6. Okay.
6 beer? We don't need their fruit, those poor guys. They got good fruit, man.
Should we give them Coke too? Coke? Beer?
That's a good trade. They also have that big stick sticking off the side.
The ramrod.
This is the one.
Hello, baby.
Hello, say hi, Willa. Say hi, Willa. Okay, watch out for the shrouds. Do you think you won't lose it, will you?
No.
There's no fish in there. It's pineapple and papaya. No fish?
You have fish? Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Say hi to these nice guys. Say hi. Say hi. Whoa, perfect.
So much harder with babies. Wow, nice.
Oh, we're worried. We don't want you to lose the beard.
Okay, ready? Okay. Yeah, thank you. Hi, Captain gets 3, 2. Bye, thank you. It's okay? Beer from Thailand. Bye.
The encounter carried weight. The family had prepared for the worst. Piracy is always a whispered fear in these waters, but instead they found generosity. No weapons, no hostility, just a fleeting human connection. For Ben and Ashley, it was proof that most encounters at sea are not threats but opportunities. The endless plastic reminded them of the ocean's fragility. The trade with strangers reminded them of its humanity. And the long, windless days reminded them of the patience and resilience required to cross remote waters with children aboard. By the time Nahoa turned westward again, the sun was dipping below the horizon, and their boat carried not just supplies, but a story they would never forget. The voyage from Thailand to Sri Lanka and onward to the Maldives was full of contrasts, vast fields of drifting trash, the vulnerability of nights far from shore, and the unexpected kindness of strangers in the heart of the Indian Ocean. And it leaves anyone dreaming of such a journey with a lingering question: if you were days from land with no help in sight and a small boat appeared on the horizon, would you prepare for danger or open yourself to trust? Out here, one decision can define the entire voyage. August 5th, 2021. The YouTube channel 402 Outdoors returned with another river fishing mission in Nebraska. Known for capturing the real side of angling, long hours, missed bites, and victories earned through persistence, the channel once again focused on authenticity over spectacle. This time, the spotlight was on Crystal. After spending months in Hawaii, she was back and determined to take on a new goal, catching a flathead catfish from her local waters. Her mission was clearland, one weighing at least 20 pounds. Anything bigger would be a bonus, but that number was the mark she aimed for. As the sun dipped low over the Nebraska River, preparations began. Rods were rigged, bullhead bait splashed in the tank, and a bow fishing setup stood ready for gar. The goal was set, and the team prepared for a night where every bite could make the difference.
Obviously not doing something right.
I'll sneak one in there if you guys don't mind. Where in between which ones?
Anywhere, right?
Okay, I'll give you the honors. What's his name?
Felipe.
Felipe, that's a new one. I like it. All right, Felipe's getting the yeet. Felipe the yeet. Go to work, Felipe. I might go down here for now and let Felipe do his thing. I don't know, maybe I'll bring one. Let me go see what kind of bullhead. This was my biggest bullhead I had out, so I just didn't want to get him snagged right away. We'll let Felipe chill. All right, well, Crystal, what's his name?
Jose.
Is this swimming? In my mud? Oh, yep, he's good. Jose be kicking. All right, we're gonna yeet Jose. Good luck, Jose. Go to work. I just bounced it into a deep hole. Jose might do some good work out here. All right, Jose's in a deep hole. Go to work, Jose. Do me justice. What's this one's name? Okay.
Scooby-Doo, right?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I'm not a kid anymore. I don't watch that. No. All right, Thelma's getting the yeet. Go to work, Thelma. All right, Crystal. Richard. All right, come on, Dick. Old Richie boy's gonna get the yeet. Not bad. Richard's in some depth. Is Richard gonna be the one?
He's the one.
He's the one for you?
Oh my God.
No, don't say that. All right, on to the next one. Using old Big Bertha right here. It's our biggest bullhead now that the sun's going down. Now that is a look, girl. She's putting on some jeans to go.
High-waisted jeans with this wood.
She's going on a firewood search up there and she wanted some jeans. So, oh yeah, walk it, girl.
Sexy and I know it.
All right, go get some wood. The nice gentleman over there told me my clicker was going out and something took it right into a snag. So we're gonna try Big Bertha over here. She's getting some wood. We're gonna do some cooking. Try this up in the deep hole up here. Get that wood, Crystal. This is our biggest bullhead of the night. We're running with Big Bertha. We'll call him Big Bertha. Right where I got snagged last. Awesome. Go to work, Bertha. Don't get snagged. Good luck.
The outing started with a ritual. Each bullhead bait was given a name: Philippe, Jose, Richard, and the largest Big Bertha. Jokes kept spirits high as lines were cast into deep holes where flatheads lurk. Action came quickly. Clickers buzzed, rods bowed, and anticipation filled the boat. But it wasn't the fish they were after. Gar dominated early on, slashing at bait-tearing tails and leaving hooks empty. One bullhead even came back nearly shredded. Adjustments followed, dropping rigs deeper to give flatheads a chance. To stay active, Crystal grabbed the bow and aimed at Gar just beneath the surface arrows flashing under the lights. She came close, almost pinning a carp. Each attempt added tension proof that the night held more than just waiting. But the real challenge was still ahead.
That was close. We're gonna get old Crystal one lathered up on the boat. We're gonna throw him on top of the fire. Y'all are gonna see a gar catch cleaning. Hopefully topped with a big flatty. Okay, hold on. All right, yep. Oh, right above him. Right above him. He's still right here. They're gonna be sitting in here. We should be able to do some gar shooting while waiting for a kitty. So when you're bow fishing, you always aim low when it hits in shallow water here. But when it hits the water, it goes like this. So you try to shoot about 2 inches under them. Yep. Crystal getting hangry? The old cheddar wurst. Chef Crystal up in the house. Let's do it. Crystal and the wieners. She's on cook duty. Probably gonna have to cook them on a stick. We really want to try a gar on the fire too. That's her main objective. Well, that and the flathead. Let's make it happen. Yeah, he's running with it. He was taking it up. Yeah, he's definitely on here. So I'm gonna hand you that. Slowly reel in and then give him like a slight yeet. See the slack coming out? And then swing my way. Yep. Give me yeet. Got it. You got him. Now go slow. Now go slow. See how the line's going out? So I didn't lose the rod. I loosened it way down. So then slowly reel the slack out of it and yeet it just like he did. Now yeet. Got him. Oh, easy, easy, easy. That's a bigger fish.
Yeah, I feel him.
He's way down here. When he's fighting, don't, oh my gosh, that's a flathead. That's a flathead. Oh, he just popped off. Keep reeling, keep reeling. Damn, that was a big flathead. That was a flathead. Oh. That was I would assume that was a flathead. That thing was huge. That was insane. That was a big fish, whatever it was. What do you think of the fight?
Well, I lost.
Fish 1, Crystal 0. That's all right.
We'll get one.
She's got her hot dogs, we got the gar. Stay tuned, the night's still young. Crystal's gonna lather something up.
We're getting something.
Let's do the damn thing. It's taking it, it's taking it. Got him. I might get this one. Oh, it's a baby gar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeet. Well, we got 2 gar for the cook. All right, we're gonna add him to the catch, clean, and cook. Oh. Okay, he just wants to go on fire. Crystal, your turn.
A rod bent hard, and someone called out, "That's a flathead!" Crystal followed every instruction, holding firm, letting the fish run when it surged. The weight was there, then suddenly gone. The hook slipped, leaving only frustration. Another heavy run brought renewed hope, but the hook had folded back on itself, failing to set. "We can't catch a break," the host muttered. For a while, it felt like the night might end without success. Then, just as spirits began to fade, another rod slammed down. This time, there was no mistaking it. The fish tore off with power drag, screaming. Crystal steadied herself as the coaching came. Don't reel during a run gain line. When it eases, keep the rod bent. Minute by minute, the battle wore on. Flatheads are built for endurance, holding deep, surging without warning, testing strength and focus alike. Finally, a broad head and mottled body broke the surface. A flathead catfish, heavy, powerful, and exactly what they had hoped for. In the scramble, the host even drove a hook into his own hand, but the focus stayed locked on the fish. Together, they brought it close and secured it. It wasn't a record breaker, but at nearly 20 pounds, it was the goal Crystal had set her sights on. Cheers erupted, cameras flashed, and the long hours suddenly felt worth it. After photos, the fish was carefully revived, tail held steady in the current until it kicked free back into the Nebraska River. The gyar roasting over the fire had burned beyond saving, but no one cared. The night had delivered the catch they came for.
Keep going. He's taking drag. He's a big fish. Don't now slow down, slow down. Whenever he pulls, you let him do his thing. He's right out here. It's a big fish, whatever it is. Yep, perfect. You want to keep the rod a little more bowed. Oh, let him go. Yep. He's taking you for a ride. Now reel. So he's gonna do like take runs like that, and then you want to keep the rod bowed. Yep, perfect. You're doing great. He's gonna be right here in a second. Let him go. He's taking you for a ride. Whenever he takes line out, don't reel. He's gonna be right here.
There's a gar right there.
I know. I don't care about the gar. It's a flatty. It's a good flatty. Keep going. Got him. Crystal with a big old flatty. Ow, he hooked me. The hook's in my hand. Oh. Crystal with the flatty. Oh, I'm slipping. Oh boy. Uh-oh. I'm going all the way down. Oh, I'm stuck. Okay, you're gonna have to help me up. Look at this big boy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, heck yeah.
Awesome.
We were just about ready to leave. It's like, let's cook some hot dogs. We were actually over there bow fishing. Oh my gosh, that is a good fish right there. That's what, oh my God. You barely had him. Just grab in and you'll feel where you can go way down here. Just go once. Yep, perfect.
He's so big.
All right, look at that. Was it worth staying the extra couple minutes? Big old flatty. Honestly, for being post-spawn, he's not really banged up. Got one little mark right here, and that's about it. Give me some words.
That's crazy. Like,
I mean, he's not even super huge, but tell us the experience on the fight. He was literally almost
hard.
pulling
He
you
pulled
in.
me in like twice.
You were like holding on like, oh.
This trip showed why river fishing is never guaranteed. Hours passed with nothing but gar strikes and empty hooks. Twice the flathead was almost theirs, once lost to a slipped hook, once to a misaligned rig. Each miss chipped away at morale, but persistence kept the mission alive. Technique made the difference. Live bullheads in deep holes offered the best shot. The coaching was simple, but vital. Let the fish run. Keep the rod arched reel only when possible. Repeated throughout the night, these fundamentals separated failure from success. The fight itself was proof of a flathead's power. Even at 20 pounds, it nearly pulled Crystal off balance, forcing her to adapt on the fly. And the careful release showed respect, ensuring another angler might face the same battle someday. Even the side story with Gar played a role. They frustrated the night, offered bow fishing opportunities, and ended as charred leftovers. It was part of the trip's rhythm, small setbacks and small victories leading to one unforgettable moment. By the end, Crystal had her answer. The 20-pound mark wasn't just a number, it was a symbol of persistence, patience, and control under pressure. The river had thrown everything at her missed fish, relentless, gar-wasted bait. But she stayed the course. And in the final hour, it gave her the moment she had been waiting for. The question is, if you were on a Nebraska river, facing hours of gar hits, lost fish, and frustration, would you stay for one perfect fight? For Crystal, the answer was yes. And it gave her a memory she'll never forget. July 24th, 2025, Lake Erie. For Avery Rose and her younger sister Clara, sport fishing is more than a pastime, it's the heartbeat of their channel. From inland lakes to remote expeditions, their content highlights skill, determination, and the joy of life outdoors. But this trip stood apart. For the first time, they would spend a full 24 hours on Lake Erie, sleeping aboard, chasing fish, and cooking dinner beneath the open sky. The day started late. At 6 p.m., 3 hours behind plan, the sisters departed from Port Rowan with minnows, blankets, meals, and a Coleman stove packed tightly. Their goal perch. Using Megalive sonar, they drifted across sandy flats in 12 feet of water. Tiny blips clustered near patches of weeds. The rods bent, and soon the first perch broke the surface, small, glimmering, and quickly released.
All right, everybody, it is 7:50 p.m. The sun's going down. It's probably gonna officially be sunset around 8:15, 8:30. We've got 10 fish in the live well that are good keepers that we're gonna eat. So we're gonna go in shallow, find a sandy little area, beachy area, where we can set up a table and our Coleman stove and basically cook our fish. We gotta clean them, but nothing gets better than fresh fish that is literally this fresh. We got the raptors down back here. We need to get all of our cooking stuff out, including our table, and I'm gonna clean the fish. Claire's gonna set everything else up, like the oil, the pan, get the Coleman going. Let's do this thing. I'm gonna pass you the stuff. What are you doing?
He told me to look at this hat.
You could have looked at it later.
This is what it looks like.
Okay, put it down. Come here. Claire's got the table set up over there in water. We want to do it far away from the boat because Dad does not really trust us. He says,
you guys do it far away from the boat.
So, we're doing it far away from the boat in
So
case
we don't explode anything.
Is it pretty deep?
No.
Oh!
Might have lied.
Fillets are all chopped up, ready to go. Cook these bad boys up. We're gonna batter them with the eggs and the catch and cook.
Hey guys, this is my room for the night.
So the Coleman is basically set up. I'm gonna quickly batter the fish. We always eat our dinner way too late when we are on our camping adventures. It doesn't help that we got out here pretty late, but there we go. We don't want the oil too hot, burning, so I'm just gonna put it down a bit. Okay, ready? You're gonna stir that bad boy up. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So we're just waiting for the oil to warm up so we can. You grabbed tongs, right?
Nope.
Did you grab a tong?
What?
Did you grab it?
It's because it's a weird thing at the end of a stick. We forgot plates. We also forgot tongs, so we used these sticks to get it out of the
We literally use sticks.
But this is our perch, and this is our plate. We used it for our eggs.
But we cleaned it off.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
We rinsed it off with lake water, but
Oh, that's good. That is good. Took us about an hour to try and get everything ready, pictures, cameras, set up the table and everything and clean the fish. So it's pretty dark out, but we got lights. We got lights on the boat. So we're going to set up the lights up to build our tent. But first we're going to finish enjoying this nice. As you can see, I'm flashing the boat.
Fish came steadily after that. Some undersized tossed back, others fat and perfect save for dinner. Laughter mixed with small frustrations, lost hooks, tangled lines, minnows stolen in seconds. Still, the count climbed. By sunset, 10 solid keepers were in the live, well enough for a proper meal. A makeshift kitchen appeared in the shallows. Clara set up a folding table in ankle-deep water while Avery cleaned the catch. The stove hissed to life oil, popping as perch fillets hit the pan. Improvisation became part of the fun sticks as tongs, a porch step as a plate. By the time dinner was ready, the lake was pitch black, the only sound the hiss of oil and something else. Then came the bugs. Clouds of lake flies battered the tents, boat deck, and every exposed surface. It sounded like rain, but wasn't. Clara ducked into her cot under a bug net while Avery laughed through the chaos.
It's not raining right now. Those are bugs. It's actually insane.
Now that we're basically all set up, we're gonna go to sleep. Clara, come over here. Clara?
I don't want to go out of my tent.
No, you just gotta come over and say.
Hole?
Yeah, to Claire's
got a hole down there. What's up?
So yeah, now that we've got everything set up, we're pretty much just gonna go to sleep. We're pretty tired and it's been a long day. We caught perch, we got everything set up. We got everything set up way too late. We got out here probably too late, but it took us a long time to like prepare for everything. Anyways, that's the end of day 1 of our 24-hour challenge. We caught some fish, and then tomorrow morning, once we have everything kind of like cleaned up, tidied up, we're gonna hopefully go walleye fishing, try and catch some fish. Good night. Day 1 of the camping trip is set up. I'll show you kind of more how we set everything up in daylight, because we literally set it up in the dark. But yeah, off to sleep we go.
Okay guys, me and Avery have just woken up. Avery's still just laying in her bed, and then she's gonna get everything organized. But I have decided I'm gonna go for a morning swim because I'm like covered in bugs and disgustingness and just wanna rinse off. Oh my god, it's cold. Yeah. Huh. It's a lot warmer at the end of the day. There's already boats on the water. Look at this disgustingness.
Alright, GoPro, I'm kind of like fully awake, finally. It's what, like 8-ish, 8 o'clock-ish? And we're gonna try and clean up our bed and then go walleye fishing. Maybe Claire's gonna make some breakfast for us, a couple pancakes or whatever. But first, we gotta deal with our bed. Look at all of the bugs. It's actually so gross. Clara, why would you rip open all of these bags?
What?
What were you thinking?
What did you say?
You ripped open all of the bags. You shouldn't have tightened them that much.
You can't not rip it open.
Dude. Well, everybody, Claire ripped open all of the garbage bags that had her stuff in it. So I don't even know how I'm gonna do this.
Maple syrup would have been nice, but I forgot it. I got pancakes.
Panclocks, panclocks.
The footage showed smiles, but the deck was carpeted with wings. Morning arrived gray and heavy with insects. Clara dove into the cold water just to rinse off. Breakfast was late pancakes without syrup around 10 a.m. By then, the sun was relentless, and the rods were rigged again, this time for walleye. Then came chaos. Double hookups, 2 rods bending at once. Nets flew, lines crossed, voices shouted. Keepers filled the well, and then came the unexpected. A flash of silver broke the surface, leaping repeatedly. A rainbow trout rare enough on Lake Erie to stop everything. Netted, hoisted, celebrated the catch of the trip. By noon, the tally blurred perch, walleye, rainbow trout, nearly a full limit in under 2 hours. And with the boat roasting under the midday sun, they packed up and headed home. At the fire pit, the family gathered. Grandma cleaned and deboned spices, covered the fillets, and foil packets roasted over open flames. The walleye was the clear favorite, 10 out of 10, one relative said. For Avery and Clara, the 24-hour challenge ended not on the water, but at home around the fire, with plates passed hand to hand. The video showed skill, laughter, and victory. Viewers called them role models more skilled than most guys their age. Others praised their independence filleting fish, navigating the lake, camping overnight. But beneath the praise was a thread of caution. One viewer warned, "At night." With the flashlights off, it must be almost pitch black. Another joked about the holy lake flies, comparing the swarm to rainfall. Others pointed out how quickly Erie's currents shift, making drifts unpredictable. On camera, the bugs were comic relief. But with zippers sealed, rods tangled, and visibility gone, laughter could have easily faded. What seems like fun is fragile when the only light is a single headlamp and water stretches farther than sight. For the sisters, the story ended well. Perch sizzling in oil, walleye sealed in foil, rainbow trout celebrated under daylight. Yet one comment lingers. Some remember a green mist over Erie. Folklore says it once hid creatures that devoured without warning. It's just a memory, an old tale passed down like the sound of bug rain. Still, it leaves a question. Out on Lake Erie, calm can wear a mask. With lights off, darkness is almost absolute. And sometimes the night brings more than fish. Where should they camp next? And how would you make nightfall safer? Red lamps anchoring farther from shore, or something else entirely. But things didn't go as planned. On May 15th, 2025, Zachary the creator, behind Mr. Uncut Outdoors, headed out on a kayak fishing trip to a lake he'd found using a public mobile app. It was supposed to be a simple day on the water, a chance to fish, unwind, and gather footage for his channel.
Y'all, I got a Karen situation. They hate fishers. They hate people who are getting peace. Okay, can you hear me now? Yeah, I've been heard you. I found this lake on the app. I found it on a mobile app. I found it on a mobile app, meaning that it didn't say, ma'am, I'm trying to answer your question. Listen, it doesn't say any, it's a lot of people that fish here and they post on the app. I can show you the app. It's people that, yes, ma'am. Listen, I'm about to leave. There are no private property signs.
Soon after launching, he realized he wasn't alone. A woman on shore started yelling, insisting that the lake belonged to her family. She claimed it had been built by her father, and therefore no one else had the right to fish there. Zachary stayed composed, pointing out that there were no signs marking the area as private property, no warnings against trespassing, and that the app listed it as a public fishing spot where many others had shared their catches. Despite his explanation, the woman wouldn't back down, turning what should have been a peaceful day into a tense confrontation. As the situation escalated, police eventually arrived. Zachary carefully explained how he'd accessed the lake, showing that he had dragged his kayak down a trail circling the water and launched from an open area without any homes or fences nearby.
Yeah, that's what I was telling her. It's like 10 other houses around this lake, baby girl.
You got property right here. What is that gate going to?
It goes around. It's a trail that goes around the lake.
All thing I'm saying is, I know you saying, hey, people post, but like I said, it could no man land. Who knows? But like I said, let's just go down here and look.
Yeah,
That's
but
all I do is look.
Yeah, and if it's nothing that say I can't be here or no trespassing, no private property, I have the right to be here. If other people be here, and we can walk the whole lake. I've been here since 3 o'clock.
So we got this over here where
that's open, yeah.
Okay. So
and it's trailblazing, but ain't no houses on that side, yeah.
Okay.
And this is where I enter. Yeah, and this is where I be entering, and I dragged my kayak down here, and I got on it right there. So her house is on the corner right there.
Okay.
So her house isn't. You can't get to her house. You got to get on the boat.
Unless you walk through. On the boat to go over.
Yeah, unless you walk through her backyard.
Okay.
He emphasized that he'd been fishing since early afternoon without incident, and that multiple houses surrounded the lake, not just the woman's. The officers inspected the site, noting the public trail, the absence of signage, and the fact that no one could even reach the woman's property without crossing her yard or arriving by boat. Still, with no way to confirm ownership on the spot, they advised Zachary to leave to prevent the situation from escalating further. It was a frustrating outcome for Zachary and many anglers like him. The question is simple. If there are no signs barriers or clear markings, how is anyone supposed to know? A spot is private. This incident highlights a broader issue faced by fishermen nationwide, especially in areas where property laws surrounding lakes and rivers remain unclear. Apps and maps might list a location as public, but nearby residents may claim otherwise. Without proper signage or readily available records, both sides feel justified, and conflicts often end with police involvement. Some believe disputes like this are becoming more common as fishing gains popularity online. With more people sharing their catches and revealing hidden spots, landowners can feel protective or even threatened when strangers show up in places they consider their own. So what do you think? Should Zachary have stood his ground since there were no signs restricting access, or was leaving the smarter choice to avoid a larger confrontation? And perhaps most importantly, if lakes and rivers can be claimed as private without any markings, how are fishermen supposed to know where they're allowed to cast a line? July 20th, 2025, Northern Queensland. Bowie, the creator behind the YouTube channel Fishing, released a video that perfectly embodied the extremes of life on the water. Famous for venturing deep into remote, untouched waters in his small but dependable boat, Bowie launched from northern Queensland with a single goal to track down rare, powerful fish few anglers ever encounter. At first, everything unfolded flawlessly. From above, his drone revealed a breathtaking panorama, an endless horizon stretching beneath a cloudless sky, with turquoise water glistening like polished glass under the rising sun. Each wave rolled with rhythmic precision, rising and falling in a mesmerizing pattern. The coastline slowly vanished from view, and for a brief moment, Bowie felt as though he had the entire ocean to himself. It was exactly the kind of scene his audience expected: raw natural beauty mixed with the pulse of adventure. With ideal conditions and calm seas, Bowie wasted no time. His rod gleamed under the sunlight, every knot and lure tied with meticulous care. It was clear this was second nature to him. Soon his drone detected movement just below the surface, a school of fish darting quickly through the shallows. Lurking silently behind them was the unmistakable shadow of a giant trevally. With expert precision, Bowie cast his line into the frenzy. But the moment his bait touched the water, the school exploded outward like shattered glass. In seconds, the chance was gone. The water, alive with motion only moments before, fell silent again. Only the steady sound of waves remained, and Bowie's quiet frustration.
I think I've disturbed them now. Damn it. I blew that. I kind of just lost where they were. I blew that one big time. Oh, there's some small ones here. Bloody blew that. It's much harder to do this thing solo. See if we can quickly find some other ones.
The perfect opportunity had slipped away. But quitting wasn't an option. Bowie pushed farther from shore, scanning the water for new signs of life. Then came the day's first setback. His drone, his eyes in the sky, lost power. The battery was dead, leaving him without his most valuable tool for spotting fish. With no aerial perspective, he had to rely entirely on instinct.
And these bloody drone batteries die way too fast. I took my own head off. I swear they used to be way better when I got it. Now they die in like 15 minutes. Not enough time to get things done out here. Need more time solo, it's a bit hard.
Out here, every mistake cost precious time, and he knew it. Still, he pressed forward. For hours, he drifted from one location to another, casting, waiting, adjusting. The ocean was far from empty. Small sharks circled beneath his boat. Parrotfish drifted past, and trevallies appeared one after another. He landed several, each larger than the last. But Bowie's mission remained the same. He wanted something enormous, the kind of catch that defined an entire trip. Each time he reeled one in, he gently unhooked it, admired its strength, and released it back into the deep. For him, it was never about quantity. It was about the challenge. Then, after countless attempts, his rod jerked violently. The reel screamed as the line tore away with immense force. The boat rocked as the struggle began. Alone in the vast expanse, Bowie leaned back, muscles straining, locked in a fight for control. Every inch of line was a battle, the fish pulling with relentless power as he worked to bring it closer. Sweat-dripped waves surged, and the reel's whine echoed across the water. At last, the fish broke the surface.
On the edge of that reef there, because we were coming in pretty close. There were so many that came out. That was insane. I think this would just be a kind of small GT. This is a P6 setup, and he doesn't feel massive on this, so get him up and in before we push up onto this reef. Yeah, I see him. Okay, nice little GT. Man, they fight hard for not like a huge fish or anything. There you go, cute little guy. There you go, a nice little GT. Definitely not the size.
Another giant trevally, sleek, strong, and unyielding. It wasn't the monster he'd hoped for, but still a worthy rival. Bowie smiled briefly, reminded why trevally are among the ocean's toughest fighters. Then Triumph turned to disaster.
And even for their size, they still fight pretty hard. Let's see. I just got the hook in my thumb really bad. Like, really bad. Have a look at that. That's a doozy. Far out. Well, that's probably my day ruined. Well, that right there is not exactly what you want to happen. I don't even know what to do, man. I'm 100 Ks bloody out.
While removing the hook, it slipped and buried itself deep into his thumb. The pain was instant and excruciating. Blood welled as the metal lodged deep. Alone more than 100 kilometers offshore, Bowie was suddenly in real danger. What had started as a perfect day had turned into a nightmare within seconds. With his hand injured and no easy way to treat it, he knew the trip was over. He needed help. Carefully, he packed his gear and began the long journey home. Every jolt of the boat sent a stabbing reminder of the hook embedded in his flesh. Out there, far from shore, the silence now felt heavier. The beauty of the morning seemed distant, replaced by a sobering awareness of just how vulnerable he truly was. Luckily, fate intervened. On his way back, Bowie came across another group on the water, and among them, someone willing to help. They managed to remove the hook safely, though his thumb was badly torn.
Big shout out to the fellas on the other boat there. Neil, his name was, he jumped on and he ended up forcing the hook through. That's it there. They went all the way through the middle of my thumb. But yeah, that's not a pin gauge hook bite.
Later, Bowie shared an update with his viewers. He was recovering, still eager to fish, but reminded that the sea always demands respect. This experience illustrates the razor-thin line between reward and risk in solo fishing. For hours, Bowie embraced the beauty and excitement of untouched waters, battling powerful fish in a pristine environment. But a single slip turned the trip upside down. His ordeal raises a bigger question for anglers everywhere. How far is too far in pursuit of the perfect catch? Because no matter how skilled or prepared you are, the sea remains unpredictable. Batteries die, schools vanish, accidents strike without warning. Solo anglers shoulder not only the challenge of the ocean, but also the knowledge that help is often hours away. So what do you think was the reward of fishing in one of Earth's most beautiful places worth the accident that nearly ended it? Would you take that same risk and head out alone in search of the ultimate catch? Or is the danger simply too great? That's it for tonight. Which moment creeped you out the most? Drop it in the comments. Have your own story? Share it with us, and stay tuned. The next one is even darker.